I've got some advice on how to get the attention of electronic arts. Some tech jobs are showing a lot more strength in the overall employment picture, and Facebook is hiring engineers who can help them build a mobile product. I'm Kat Miller, and this is the Dice TV update for Thursday, June 7th, 2012. Electronic Arts was out in full force with their executives and hiring managers at E3 this week. It may be too late for you to get to the convention center now, but the company did give us some insight into how you can get its attention if you'd like to get a job. First, of course, go over the job postings. Some are going to carry a substantial list of skills which can leave you wondering which are the top priorities. So really study the postings so you can have a better understanding of which skills are most important for that particular position. Next, and you're going to have to be really self-sacrificing here, play EA's games so you can learn their different platforms and genres and let those be a guide for the positions you want to apply for. If you're a new college grad, we've got good news for you. EA says it loves you. You may not have a lot of work experience, but you fit the age demographic of its paying customers. When you make your approach to them, articulate which aspect of the industry you're most passionate about. Tell them about products you've worked on in college, internships you've had, papers you've written, and feel free to give the company constructive advice. The key word there, though, is constructive. Don't be cocky, don't be overly critical. It is a risk worth taking. Remember, EA's motto is be bold. 2 tech-related sectors bucked the trend of last week's labor market report. Government numbers showed the overall unemployment rate rose to 8.2%. But computer systems design and related services was up 5.3%, and management and tech consulting services rose 2.2%. There were some declines as well, though, with telecommunications dropping 2% and data processing, hosting, and related services slipping 0.3%. Now, the layoff news has been pretty overwhelming lately. HP, Yahoo, Motorola Mobility, and many others have all announced significant reorganizations. Still, for many tech jobs, the news is good. Dice analyzed the Bureau of Labor Statistics for the fourth quarter of 2011, and it found tech unemployment rates were below those of the overall workforce. The rate for network architects, for example, is just 0.5%. For database administrators, it's 0.8%, web developers 3.6%, and software developers 4.4%. Facebook is said to have hired a half dozen engineers with iPhone experience and one who worked on the iPad. The company didn't advertise these jobs. It went after these folks privately. Facebook's been scrambling to come up with a mobile strategy. Roughly half of its members access the site through their smartphones, but the company hasn't been taking advantage of advertising to them. That's called leaving money on the table. That's called ignoring Benjamins. That's called a sterling example of things shareholders hate. Remember, Facebook, you have shareholders now. The company is building its own mobile platform on top of Android. Taiwan's HTC is helping out in the hardware development, so some say a Facebook smartphone could roll out in the second half of this year. All true development projects have to have a code name, of course. Facebook calls this one Buffy, as in Buffy the Vampire Slayer, which is a sterling example of the demographic that works at Facebook. That's it for this week. I'll be back next Tuesday with more news and job hunting advice. Until then, I'm Kat Miller, and this is Dice TV.